Hi, Scorpio. So this is your mid-September energy reading. A lot of stuff going on in the air. I mean to tell you, the last week has been tough for a lot of people that I have talked to. So I'm curious if it's affecting you as bad as it is everybody else. There's one. So what I'm going to do is lay down 4 or 5 tarot cards just to kind of get an overall energy for the month and then clarify whether it's career or love or whatever is going on from there. So again, I'm Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. Thank you for stopping by. And I hope you're having a good weekend. I, myself, am very, very excited because I am going to see my favorite singer in the whole wide world tonight, which is Miss Alison Krauss. And I'm going by myself. I bought the ticket back in like February or March when I saw that she was coming to town, and I didn't even try to find a person to go with me because I wanted to go, and I didn't want to fiddle fart around with somebody else's schedule. So I just grabbed me a ticket, and tonight's the night. It starts at 8 o'clock, so I am my own date for tonight. So, so hopefully my good energy will come out in these cards today, and the end of my crappy week is almost over. I feel it. I feel it. It's got to be. Then tomorrow I'm going to go see my brother and sister-in-law and my niece and nephew and visit with them. So it's a good weekend and a good weekend forecast. So, all right, I got 5 cards here. First one is the Ten of Swords. So somewhere along the line, Scorpio, a lot of negative thoughts going on, and it's kind of got you down. But, you know, since they're not actually stabbing him and they're in the air, it's almost like it's the end of that, and whatever you have been stressed out about, whether it's work or a relationship or whatever, is almost over. That cycle is about to come to an end. So you just need to hang tight and keep your thoughts positive, and, you know, it's almost over with. So the next one was the Hermit mode, or the Hermit in reverse. So that's good, I guess. If those two are coming together, you might have been secluded at home, feeling sorry for yourself. Let me get these cards out of my face. Secluded and at home, feeling sorry for yourself, and maybe now you're ready to quit feeling sorry for yourself and you're ready to get out and mingle and go see some friends, maybe some parties coming up or something like that. So that's always a good sign, is whatever funk you were in, you're on your way out of. The next one is the Five of Cups, which is emotions are still kind of stuck. I feel like, because it came by the Hermit card, you're forcing yourself out to maybe go see friends, and maybe the first half of the month you sat at home feeling sorry for yourself. You realized that wasn't getting you anywhere, and so now you're like, I've got to get out of this funk and out of whatever bad relationship or whatever was going on, and you're forcing yourself out of being stuck. Because the Five of Cups to me is a stuck position, and you're tired. I feel like you're tired of feeling sorry for yourself, and you're going to do something about it. So King of Cups came up next, and you know, the King of Cups is when you're feeling really good. Your relationships are good, your emotions are good, but it was in the reverse position. So I still feel like that, as far as a relationship, it doesn't look like by the end of September anything is going to come to fruition, but at least you're on your way out of that negative cycle that you had been in, and this is coming. It's just not here just yet. And the last card is the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, let me think. What do we got here? In the normal position, you had lots of ideas and there was some action. You were getting ready to take action, but your ideas, part of the whole reason you were sitting at home, you were doing a lot of thinking and coming up with some ideas. You just haven't done anything about it. You've got some ideas about either, I feel like it's ideas about a new work project that you are processing, and you haven't done anything about it. You've still got these ideas up in your head. You just haven't done anything about it. And you did a lot of that processing in the middle or the beginning of September. Whatever ideas you have, I would say start acting on them. Maybe in October, you'll have a night that will start showing some action and you'll be ready to take that to fruition. I know how that is when you're thinking about doing something and you just kind of keep thinking and thinking, do I want to go this way? Do I want to go this way? If you're like me, you use your intuition and you have to just kind of feel your way through it. When I decided to start doing the tarot cards, I sat for several, I'll say weeks, thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it and never acting on it. And I got a little closer and I get a little closer and I get a little closer, and it would be like, I just need to record something and just do it because I'm just going to think about this forever, and I'm never going to be perfect when I start this. The perfection will come as time goes. And so if you have ideas about something and you're afraid that you don't have it down just yet, you don't have to have it down 100% to get started. You just have to start. Part of getting to 100% is practicing. And even if it's practicing with friends, whatever it is, maybe you've got some sort of energy, healing energy that you want to do. Or I don't know, it could be anything, but whatever the case is, don't wait until you've got it all figured out before you start doing it. You've got to just make a move, and that's how you start getting practice under your belt. One of the decks that I'm going to use is Mixed Emotions cards. This is new. I only do these for the mid-month readings, not for the regular overall month. And it's interesting what comes out sometimes. So there's the first one. So, and that was at the first. So if I go by like the beginning of September, you were sad and everything. And so this is from the 15th to the 30th. You're coming out of that sadness. Whatever had you down, whether it was a job loss, maybe somebody passed away. And I just feel like that first part of September, you were sitting there kind of feeling sorry for yourself, and now you're on your way out of that situation or energy. I want that one too. That flew out. Well, no, that's a blank card. How about this one? Okay. Well, we'll do that then. So the first one came up as sad. I feel like you're on your way out of that. And it came up right along the side of grateful. So I feel like those two together are saying that you were sad. You're grateful that you're on your way out of that, and you're moving forward and moving through that process and going to start going out with friends or whatever, and getting your vibrations higher and getting kind of out of the funk of whatever you were going. What has got you? Oh, okay. This says panicky, terrified, petrified, and anxious. I feel like that goes along with these ideas that you've been marinating with. And I feel like, again, it has to do with a new career, and that's got you anxious and panicky, which is, I get that, when you don't feel like you are when you have something perfected, that can make you anxious. So I feel like that, and that's why I was like, practice on your friends, or practice, like set your camera up and just start practicing as if you've got an audience or something. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So you're going to have to work through that fear. Let's see. So the next one is curious, interested, fascinated, and inquisitive. And it came along with the inspired, moved, stimulated, and challenged. So I feel like you are at least heading in the right direction. And these new ideas that are coming to you are, you're curious about how it's going to work. You're feeling inspired because I do believe it is part of your life's purpose, your soul mission, life purpose, life mission, whatever you want to call it, this new idea that you have been thinking about. And so even though it's got you a little panicky, you're excited about it because it is something that fills your heart with joy. So just take a chill pill. It's going to be okay. And you're, like I said, you're not going to be perfect when you first start out. There is nothing in here that feels like it has much to do with romance. So I'm not going to use the romance angels. I will use the Doreen Virtues angel cards. And this could just be messages from your higher self, your oversoul, your guides. I actually have 2 decks that I use for this, and they seem to be very helpful when it comes to, maybe this will give us some ideas of how to get over that anxiety and anxious feeling that you're having with this new idea that you're thinking about doing, whether it's a complete job change, new career, or whether it's just adding it as a sideline. I just happened to think a friend of mine is a Scorpio, and this kind of goes along with her situation. It just dawned on me. Amazing how that happens. I have to make sure I tag her in this. She's going to want to see this. Okay, let's see what the angels here have. I could use 3 cards, please, to see what advice you have for the second half of September for the Scorpios. If they're going to come out. Come on, come on. All right, let's do this. All right, first one says, trustworthy guidance. You've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers, which goes along with the idea that I said you'd been marinating on all of September. Maybe into August, maybe into July. Who knows how long you've been thinking about this idea. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. Oh, isn't that nice? So maybe one of the things that you're being anxious about and panicky about is just, ask your guides or whatever for one, to ask them to take that anxiety away or give you ideas of how to take the anxiety away. They're there to help. They just told you that. So the second one that came up was Cupid. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. I feel like that goes along with deciding to get out and getting out of the hermit mode and perhaps going out with some friends. And if you have a partner, you're looking for maybe some good romance that's going to happen the second half of this month. You're getting out of your funk, and I feel like that's just part of saying that that's on its way. The second or the last one says, reward yourself. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistently high level. I think you realize that. That's why you are coming out of the hermit mode. You've been in it. You're coming out of it. You realize that in order for you to keep your vibrations high, you do need to be around friends. You do need to get out and maybe it's walking in nature or doing whatever. But I do feel like that you are ready to reward yourself for just going through a hard time. It's time to quit beating yourself up. I feel like I'm having a hot flash all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on. Woo! The angels are making me hot today. This is new. So let's see. I'm going to use some Ascension cards. How are we doing on time? 15 minutes. These are also some just guidance cards from your angels. Ascension angel cards. See what else they can give us as far as advice on what had you in the rut, or more about this idea that you're working on, marinating on, this new career idea that is coming your way. There's one. Oneness. Let's do that one. Whatever your new idea is about, I feel like it has to do with bringing the world together and having it oneness, that like I said earlier, I thought it was a life purpose, and anything that has to do with life purpose, soul purpose, is all about bringing the world together, bringing the vibrations up. And I don't know if you know what New Earth is, but I feel like it has something to do with elevating yourself and elevating people to New Earth. Interesting. This came up underneath the Cupid card. So somewhere, for those of you who are having issues with your relationships, I feel like maybe one of the reasons you were in the funk in the beginning of September was maybe you and your partner was not getting along very well, and now you've gotten through the rough patch, and perhaps things are starting to look better, and there's some harmony going on, because it came up underneath the Cupid one. So there is something to do with a relationship in this reading, not just a new career that's going on. And this one, the flow of abundance. I feel like that goes along with the new career or new idea that you're working on. It's going to bring in some money, and you just have to be open to that. I mean, obviously, most people that take on another career or take on a part-time job or something, a lot of times there is some money that comes along with that. So just know that that is part of it. And I think that's about it. I don't think I have any other cards that they want me to do. So anyway, Scorpio, this is your mid-month of September reading. I hope you're doing well. My name is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot, and my email address will be in the comments below, and have a great day. Thanks.